So something else that I do when I'm on a walk is I find a fence or something and I'll sit on it. Basically I'll be higher up, okay? I'm going for that higher platform because that's what the alpha would do. So again, we just do little mind games. When I'm out, if I see a bit of a hill or something like this, I'll walk up it, I'll get to the top and I'll be high up because that's what the alpha would do. So even though I'm out just on a really nice relaxing walk, at the same time I'm still doing these little things that just put me you know, as pack leader, just confirming it to them. And I just sit here and watch them, just watch what they do. You learn so much just from watching them, without telling them, without trying to you know, do obedience and stuff like that. Just let them be dogs. At the moment, these three, because this is the first time that they've really been off and just relaxed, you know, doing a really good long walk without loads of human talking or nervousness, anxiousness, is just totally relaxed, and they're having a great time. They're really, really good. They're now starting to settle down. So what was happening to begin with, I mean, Bambi is very much, you know, bam, 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 bam. She's just flying everywhere at 1,000,000 miles an hour. So with her, it would be really hard to try and slow her down and make her follow commands. So what's happening when we're on a walk, as I've said before, she kind of goes into her own little world. So she doesn't run off, but she's so into what she's doing that she's not necessarily that obedient, but she isn't doing anything wrong. Okay, so what I've been doing to begin with is just walking and changing direction. I'm not saying this way, just changing direction. And they've been taking notice of where I am. Mainly it's been Tilly and Rosie that have noticed where I've gone, and they followed me. And typical example here, look, them two together, they all run back together, but Bambi's just doing Bambi's own thing. And there's Rosie now telling Bambi off because Bambi strayed. This is what they do. In a pack of dogs, they all stay together, and if one isn't doing what they should be doing, they will be told off, and that's what these are doing. That's what Rosie's doing. Rosie here, she's the brains. Okay, so Tilly's fairly nervous, little curly tots Tilly. She's fairly nervous. She's spending a lot of time just walking at my side, and Bambi is just the one that puts a fair bit of distance between you. And although she isn't running off, she's not sort of really spot on with that obedience when you say this way. So let me just get down from here. But she is getting better. So what's happening now is I am saying this way more and more, because we're now at that stage where Bambi is now responding to that. She's starting to take notice of where I'm going and realise that, hang on, I'm not just running like a lunatic and no thought or consideration for anything else. There is thought and consideration, and all of a sudden she's finding herself on her own because these other two are following me and she's just in her own little world, and then realises, oh my god, where have they gone? So she's had a couple of little panics because she doesn't know where we've gone, and she's followed my voice, and we've, you know, I've headed towards her, but I've not gone to her, as in to turn the leadership round to her. So she's learnt from that. So I am now getting to this stage where instead of just turning around and walking, I'm now trying to do the vocal commands. This way, Bambi, this way. And she's now starting to take notice of those vocal commands more, rather than just keep going and keep going. Like I say, she doesn't run off, but she's not straight back. Like these are straight back. I mean, this is just beautiful. Both Rosie and Tilly are really, really good. I mean, Tilly's spending most of her time just there. So as the energy wears off and the initial fizz wears off, that's when they really start to use their minds and be a dog. We've got to get past that energy build up first, this novelty of being off and running free. We've got to let that fizzle out without controlling it, and just let that fizzle out and let them be dogs, really, and then we can start to work with them. So Tilly, she's a gentle little thing. Rosie's the brains, very good. And Bambi, good. She's getting better. There's not so much distance, and she is now responding better to the vocal commands this way. Like I say, when I first started doing this, I wasn't really saying this way much because she was just completely ignoring it anyway, and I didn't want to get her into the habit of ignoring my voice, so I was just moving my direction around, changing direction. The other two were coming with me, and then Bambi was suddenly realizing she's on her own, and that's not safe to be on your own. So it was just tweaking with her mind a little bit to get her to start paying attention to where we were going. Now we've got that sort of, you know, in motion. Now I'm starting to say this way, Bambi, and as if on command. Oh, I was going to say neither of them took any notes, but yeah, they have. So we are now getting both. Now before it was Rosie that would be straight back. Bambi, she wouldn't run off, but she wouldn't be straight back. So we're getting there. We're getting there. So this is now what I'm doing on this sort of second part of the free walk, is now actually saying this way. And I will use her name as well. She seems to respond to that. And when you have quite a few dogs, it is good to use their name every now and then. And she is responding. So she's learning, she's conditioned, getting the conditioning going. Really pleased. It's going well. Really good. Okay.